Hi, I'm Jennifer.
And I'm Danny, and welcome to the February edition of PierceTV. This month we'll feature photo and 3D animations from our digital design students and feature a film short from our digital and movie making program.
We'll hear from Ron May on the new science building, and our drama department will also present more readings from SLAM, the Pierce College Student Literary Arts magazine.
This month's Meet the Instructor series features Tony Granata from Pierce College's Puyallup Math Department.
Continuing Education has a segment this month, and Monica Nucciarone is here from the Advising Center.
First up is Christy Flynn from our Puyallup campus. Christy is one of our library faculty, and she's here to tell us everything the library has to offer.
Hi Jennifer, hi Danny. Thanks for having me on PierceTV to be able to talk about the library. So behind me is the Pierce College Puyallup Library, which is a beautiful space. It was built in 1996. It's a wonderful library. And if you've been at the Pierce College Fort Steilacoom Library, you'll see a very different space. That library was built over 30 years ago and is undergoing an extensive remodel, so they're just right in the middle of tons of construction. But even though the two libraries look very different on the outside, we are very much the same on the inside. The people at these two libraries have a tremendous amount of dedication, and we are what we call a teaching and learning library. So every time you walk into the Puyallup Library or every time you walk into the Fort Steilacoom Library, the person that you talk to who's sitting at the reference desk, who is the reference librarian, doesn't matter who it is. It could be any one of us. That person is sitting there. That person has a master's degree in library and information science, and their sole purpose for sitting at that desk is to help you with your research, whatever your research needs might be. So it can be help with the class that you're in this quarter. It could be help getting started at Pierce College. That's what we're here to do, is we really want to help students in all of their research needs. Now, the trick is we don't do the work for you. As in any class, the instructor doesn't do the work for you. We consider this whole place our classroom. So we would teach you how to do your research, and we'd love for you to come in. So the reference desk is the big desk at the middle of the library. The circulation desk at the front of the library. People there, both libraries, either place, even though one looks beautiful, the other's kind of under construction still. Still very welcoming, helpful people who are there to help you get the books that you need, get the interlibrary loans that you need from other libraries, to get books from other campuses, from Puyallup sent over to Fort Steilacoom. And another thing you should know is that all of the community college libraries, we're part of the state system. So you, even when you graduate from Pierce College, you're welcome to use our library because it's funded by the state. And so it's always your library as long as you live in Pierce College or in the Washington State area. One of the other wonderful things about the Pierce College Library is the fact that you can do all of your research here. You can come in with an idea, you can sit down at a computer and you can start your research, but we also have the technology at our computer so that you can write the paper from one of our computers. And if you're the kind of person who likes to work from home, you can access all of our online databases from your house with your student ID number, so you can do all of that research at home in the middle of the night. If you're doing work from home, we provide email reference, we provide chat reference, so if you ever get stuck at home, there's a reference librarian available to help you when you're working when you're not on campus. And when I mentioned our databases that we have databases that have whole books online that you can access. Thousands of books online. You can read an entire book online. You can print out the relevant parts for your paper. We have articles, research articles. We have popular magazines that you have online access to. So regardless of what kind of class you're in or what you're studying, we have all of those resources available to you at both the Puyallup and the Fort Steilacoom Library. Fabulous computers, all the things you need. And we can help you get access to those things from home. And starting in February, we will have chat reference 24/7. So even if you are doing your work at 3 in the morning, you'll be able to ask a reference question online and get in an immediate conversation online with a librarian. So another thing I can tell you about the Pierce College Library is that 66% of the students at Pierce College have had an interaction with a reference librarian during their time at Pierce College. And of that 66% of the students, 85% of those students said that working with the reference librarian had a positive impact on their learning. So what that really means is that we work really closely with all of the faculty at Pierce College. So we work really closely with the English faculty, with the math faculty, with the sociology faculty, and find ways through the curriculum to say, this is the best way the library can help these students achieve the outcomes for that class, the best way that students can do all of the learning that they need and to be successful in that discipline. And so we teach classes for students on a daily and a weekly basis in our 2 library classrooms. And one of the statistics that we found from a recent student survey, we asked students, how many times have you interacted with a librarian? And they could answer daily, weekly, monthly, quarterly. And this was on the big Pierce College survey that we do at the end of each year. And so we took those numbers and we correlated those numbers with student GPAs. And we found out that students who spend more time working with a reference librarian have a higher GPA. So really, everybody should come in and work with a reference librarian. It can't hurt, and it would probably help.
Here are some 3D films from our digital design, 3D modeling, and animation class.
You're watching PierceTV, a production of the Digital Design Program at Pierce College.
One of the many new projects at Pierce is the Rainier Building on our Fort Steilacoom campus. From the Science and Technology Department, here's Ron May.
I'd like to share with you some of the features that we have for our new Science and Math building. It's called the Rainier Building. This is a building that actually has 3 parts or 3 pods. In the lower pod, you will find the biology and chemistry departments. In the middle pod will be found the math and the earth sciences department. And in the upper pod, we will have engineering, physics, and a science dome. Within the science dome, we will be having planetarium shows, other science shows, as well as hopefully some shows that are created by our digital design students here at Pierce College. What's exciting to us is that we will have in the connecting portions of this building, between these pods, we're going to have glass enclosed winter gardens. Here you'll find plants. In the lower winter garden we will have bamboos, and the upper one we will have prehistoric plants that are there. So you almost get this idea that there's a dinosaur that's going to be coming out at you when you sit in this winter garden. In the lower winter garden we will have a spiral sculpture suspended from the ceiling by John Rogers from Portland. And it's going to be composed of dichromatic glass which means that wherever the sun shines upon it, there's going to be different colors that are going to be emanating from that glass. So every time you walk into that winter garden, you're going to be seeing basically a different sculpture or a different display from that sculpture. So join us as we see the emergence of this new building on the Pierce College Fort Steilacoom campus.
We'll continue with readings from SLAM, our student literary arts magazine. The readings were recorded at Port Fort this past spring with Patrick Doherty's drama class and staff from the Pierce College District.
Hello, I'm Rachel Scholl. I'll be reciting Gabrielle Huang's The Knitting House from Volume 2. Sheila, my new co-worker, a nice but rather large woman, all elbows and thrift store skirts, has a small child that she has to deal with all on her own. Although much younger than she, I am her confidant. Brave and unharmed, she seems to carry on, but when we find privacy in the ladies' restroom or while we munch on our salads at our adjoining work tables, her anger finally explodes. The asshole, the damned asshole who, while she was round with pregnancy, pushed her to the floor, rifled through her purse to steal money to spend on beer, and still has the nerve to call her when he's drunk, only to harass her. Finally, one day I have to ask, Sheila, why did you marry him anyway? I look into her light brown eyes as they grow wide and brim with regret. Well, you see, he used to be the lead singer of Chicago. Oh, I say, because I would have done it too.
I have a confession to make. I lied. I haven't published anything, not even on a porn site.
I'm Christy Flynn, and I'm reading Russian Spy by Catherine Bailey, Volume 6. I'm in love with the Russian spy, who is called Vasily Alexei Trakhanovich. He comes from shadows upon demand. My whims, a silent command whispering softly, Catherine. I know all his thoughts. He only guesses at mine. He consents to spend his time listening to my fantasies and intellectual cotton candy. He hugs away all the woes of being a single mom who wants to feel feminine again, holding my hand and nodding as if understanding. He never makes messes I have to clean up, and always kisses my hand when he says goodbye. I know he doesn't love me. Russian spies never do. They're emotionally scarred, you know? But it kills me to know that in the novel he comes from, the author killed this spy and left the American one.
Going to college, whether it's Pierce, Bates, Clover Park, or another school, really requires commitment.
From our advising department with some motivational thoughts, here's Monica Nucciarone.
Do you ever think to yourself sometimes, is going to college really worth it? Do you ever feel like giving up sometimes and dropping out? If you do ever feel this way, there could be a combination of reasons. You may think you're not smart enough to get the grades you need, or you may feel that other parts of your life are more important to focus on, such as your job or a relationship. As far as not being smart enough, I don't buy that. Getting good grades is like anything else in life. You get out what you put in. Yes, some subjects may take more time to put in, like math, for example, and some classes that you must take don't relate to what you're interested in overall. But what you learn from those classes will make you not just smarter, but wiser. Your understanding and outlook on life will grow and expand with each class you complete. Investing time in studying and learning from those classes is an investment in yourself, even if it doesn't feel like that at the moment. In regard to other parts of your life, like your job and relationships, yes, these are important for so many reasons, but you need to ask yourself this: is this job or relationship allowing me to learn and grow in a positive way? Does it provide enough support and allow me to advance my goals? If you can't answer yes to those questions without hesitation, then you need to reflect on how that is affecting your success in college. and even how you feel about staying in college. When it comes to your life, you're the only one who will ultimately be responsible for your life and its outcome. Not your employer, not your friends, not your parents, not anyone else but you. The choices you make, especially early in adulthood, will affect you the rest of your life. Each decision that you make as an adult will have a domino effect on the consequences that result. Choose wisely what you do with your time. Your time today is your investment for tomorrow. The best place to invest in you right now is in college. It is your best opportunity to improve your life. But like every great accomplishment, it takes time to build and grow. And when those discouraging thoughts and feelings rise up, and they will, let them pass. College benefits you and those you come in contact with the rest of your life. Best of success to you.
For this month's Meet the Instructor series, we'll feature Tony Granata from our Pierce College Puyallup Math Department. Good job!
Thank you!
Hello, I'm Tony Granata, and I teach mathematics here at Pierce College Puyallup, and I've been doing so for the last 16 years. I started at Pierce College when I was only 25 years old, and I'm planning to retire when I'm 65, so if all goes as planned, I'll be here 40 years, which I think may be the longest serving faculty member at Pierce College. My classes tend to be very traditional in style. I certainly have a responsibility to let the students know what's expected of them and provide them with the information that they need. But I still put a lot of responsibility on the students for their education as well. For example, each night I give my students several homework problems. Only a few of them of which I actually grade. The rest are all simply suggested. And if a student chooses not to do the suggested problems, sometimes that can hurt them. But at the same time, if a student already knows how to do those problems, I don't see any need to have them do 30 or 40 of those a night. Well, I started here as a student many years ago. I believe it was 1986. And along the way, I met a lot of very influential people. John Van Druff and Les Urich, who still teaches physics for us. And when an opportunity came up to teach mathematics here at Pierce College, I was jumping at the chance to take it. My wife also works here at Pierce College, Puyallup. She works in the Access and Disability Services office, and she does a great job. And we have a daughter who's turning 8 this weekend, and she's the light of my life. And one of the things I love about my job here is that I'm able to put her on the bus in the morning, and I'm able to be there when the bus gets back in the afternoon. And to me, that's priceless.
You're watching Pierce TV, a production of the digital design program at Pierce College.
Next up are animations of digital photography from Digital Design's Advanced Photoshop class. Better luck next time. next, our ACE reporters from Continuing Education are back again.
Good evening, I'm Brianna Deline with CE News. Tonight's top story, Pierce County residents have reported seeing this publication in their mailbox. Residents have been questioning, what's the purpose of this mailing? Has Pierce College stopped offering Biology 101? Investigative reporter Christina Kipolitis is on location at Pierce College South Hill Park with this report. Christina, tell us what you know.
Yes, Brianna, I'm here with Pierce County resident Kathleen Beaumont, who has some startling questions about these new developments. Kathleen?
Well, you know, every month I go to my mailbox and I've been getting this stuff and it doesn't look like the regular college bulletin. You know, it's kind of fun, it's got a pretty cover, and inside, you know, there's like recreational, fun, art classes, you know. There's no Biology 101, there's no English 101. What's up with that?
Well, let me tell you, Kathleen, and let me tell you, Puyallup, recent research has shown that continuing education offers non-credit, fun classes at affordable prices for your pleasure. That's what's happening. This is Christina Kipolitis with CE News Puyallup. Back to you, Brianna.
Thank you, Christina. Winter quarter classes start January 14th. This time of year, the weather outside is frightful, and it's a great time to take a class inside where it's warm. You never know what's going to be like outside in January. For a look at the weather, here's award-winning meteorologist Christina Kipolitis.
Yes, Brianna! Tonight, it's a windy, almost 32 degrees with rain, leaves, and high wind. But inside South Hill Park, it is a nice 72 degrees. That is, if you close the doors behind you. Thank you. Back to you.
With size 7. Can you put those on hold? Okay, till tomorrow? Thank you. Thank you, Christina. With New Year's resolutions right around the corner, CE has some great ways to get on the right track. Here's field reporter Christina Kipolitis with an update on sports and fitness.
Well, Brianna, we don't offer a lot of sports here. Instead, we have lots of fitness and dance classes. Sign up for one of these, including ballroom, belly dance, cross-country skiing, ice skating, salsa, aqua size, tai chi, and more. This will help us keep our New Year's resolutions going. How about you, Brianna? Gonna keep one of those New Year's resolutions? Gonna maybe cut out that junk food?
And we're back.
Yes, that's an idea. I need to get back into my bikini for the Eastern Europe trip I'm taking in June. Speaking of travel, here is our own Globetrotter reporter, Christina Kipolitis, with Christina's Art, Culture, and Travel News.
Θα ήσουν τόσο καλός να βγάλεις το μικρό σου του σκυλάκι από την βαλίτσα μου. If you had signed up for one of our language classes, you would have known what I said, but you didn't. In any case, Winter Quarter has a lot to offer, including the language classes that you missed. We also offer knitting, painting, drawing, and some great trips to Eastern Europe, as well as the Christmas markets of Germany and Austria. Back to you, Brianna. Όμως δεν έχεις αληθινή δουλειά, Strigla.
Brianna!
Yes, I agree. I do like corn on the cob. Our in-depth story tonight is about career and job skills training offered through continuing education. We have flagging and traffic control, medical coding, and computer classes. Here's Christina Kipolitis with more on the story.
Continuing education has computer classes to help you better your job, upgrade your skills, or even improve your life. Microsoft Office 2007 classes start soon. This new version of Office is a real challenge, even for the experienced user. Employers will be looking for people who are up to this challenge. Digital camera users will love our Adobe Photoshop classes. You can crop, edit, enhance, add text, and even fix red eye in Photoshop. And customly create logos and your own clip art in Illustrator. Here with us now is CE Instructor Extraordinaire and my boss, Renee Phoenix. Renee, tell us what you are working on.
Christina, this quarter we're going to be making websites with Dreamweaver.
That's so exciting. So how about that anchor woman position, huh, Renee?
No.
Maybe?
No.
Back to you, Brianna. How are those typing skills coming along?
Yes, I'm just brushing up on my computer skills so I can become a great investigative reporter just like you. Well, that's a wrap. I'm Brianna Deline with CE News. Take care.
We leave you today with a music video by digital movie making student Kevin DeFlitch. It features a local area musician, Kurt Lindsay.
We'll be back in March with another new episode of Pierce TV. If you'd like to check out this episode again, go to pierce.ctc.edu/PierceTV.
Thanks for watching.
Your eyes are bloodshot, your brain is cold, 'cause you've been walking for miles, searching for a home. You love the sunset, but you hate sand on your feet, just like you love your lifestyle. Hate misery, yeah, you're so bright, like the stars and jars filled of fireflies. Hold tight, you're the only thing that feels alive to me. Give me your light. Times are harder when she's not around, 'cause all I've got is my thoughts to occupy me now. And I love your song and I love your melody, just like I love your love. Time and yet you're so bright, like the stars.